Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the second match of Season 66, and we unfortunately lost the first match, but this one was unavoidable. Nothing we would have done differently would have changed the results here. Because he one-shot the board, and there's no way I was going to one-shot him. I have some very reasonable losses. That Great Mother one, that one we could have approached differently. That one was gas, failed. But up here, this Ahsoka team, this JMK team, I would have played these the same regardless. We tried to do C-Bane, right? Yeah, I tried to do C-Bane up against his Ahsoka and it didn't work, and my third sister didn't work. This guy just had some... He didn't have amazing mods, but he had good mods on the right places and good relics. He had really strong relics that just messed up a lot of my counters. But today my opponent is Mr. Toad, and this should be one that I win, or that's going to be really bad for me. He has slightly larger GP by only about 50k. Very tiny amount. I have more Zetas, only by 7, small amount. I have more Amis, so another advantage there of 4. We are tied on GLs. He has more relics overall, and he has a higher relic tier total, but it's all in the details. He's got more tier 3 and more tier 5s. All of his relics are in those lower locations, and when it comes to tier 7, 8, and 9, I've got the advantage on all of those, and tier 6 too. Looking at the mods, his mods are pretty good, but mine are better. And you can see that in the counts too. So better averages, better overall counts. We got 20 more 25 plus, we got 100 more 20 plus, and we got almost 200 more 15 plus. Datacron's light participant. No Ahsoka, which frees up my C-Bane. We can either dedicate it for Leia, or we're going to have other options and flexibility. That's going to make things a lot easier. I am, of course, without Rey. Looking at the Amis, we got triple Melgus, nothing on Radis, Iden, double Star Killer. We've got Dash, Wampa, Savage, Treya, single on Afra. We've got Qui-Gon, triple Swallow, slow Swallow. Those can get annoying. Zori, no third sister at all. Then we're looking at Krex, triple Malicos, Drogon, triple Baudelaire, double Bane, no Jar Jar at all, so he's out. He's without some major weapons. Double Cadme, single on Luthen, nothing on Jocasta, and then he's got Crosshair and Fugitive, not really usable levels. Well, Crosshair is technically. CX2's fine, but no Ami, not that it matters. We got a double Exile, double Dre, or triple Dre, triple Balin, Zelbar, Morgan, and no usable Night Trooper. And with the rest, these characters all look good, and then Fleet's good. Looking at his mods, we're looking for Darth Revan, who is at 298 speed. Doubt he's going to be too deep here, but maybe he'll surprise me. No, Darth Revan's right there, so his 300 might be 000. That puts him at 36 characters. And some of these, like Resistance Hero Finn, like even Dash, there's really no point to having these characters this fast if you don't have other characters faster. Like, you're going to benefit a whole lot more by like Baudelaire or Darth Revan being faster, Darth Bane being faster, like Great Mother, Jocasta. Like, there's so many other characters I would be prioritizing over like a Finn Zori. And those are the types of things that are going to help me out. Star Killer being that slow, or Swallow being that slow. There's a number of things here. So this should go fine. Now, I did make one change to my defense. I took Lord Vader off because I wanted to do some testing for Lord Vader, and we put in Saw in that place. One thing that I remembered finally was I stopped using Saw as my Cadme counter in 5v5 last season. I started doing Gas Krex, and I kind of forgot about it. This is just kind of what happens whenever we switch between seasons. I kind of forget how I play the other one. So I do have a Cadme counter that is not detracting too much. So now I can put a high quality Datacron squad onto defense. And I also changed my fleet to be the way that I've adjusted to as a consequence of There's a few things going on. One is with the Leviathan, if people are doing that scimitar reinforcement, it makes the Leviathan counter RNG dependent in a way that is too risky, where I've played some perfectly and I've won them, and I've played some perfectly and I lost them. I just needed to take the Negotiator and, more importantly, the Galactic Republic off of defense and give me something that is reliable and consistent. And it just beefs up my defense as well and gives them the same problem, so if they're not approaching it the same way that I am, they could get more likely caught. Alright, we got Sana, JMK, Cadme, Jabba. Not even a level 9 Kron on Jabba, and it's a smuggler Kron, not a Hut Kron. Oh, baby. That's gonna make things easier for me. Well, not that it was gonna change that one, but I look at those kinds of things as a sign about other data cronning and modding things. If you're gonna mess up on a big team like that, it probably means like this is less good. I mean, it's whatever. He's got the right level 6, but I don't think you should have a Nest Kron. Nest, I think, is better with Retaliate, because if you can't target Nest, that actually makes Nest worse. You want Nest to be able to be targeted. Got Mission, which Droid Kron. Alright, we got Damage Immunity, Droid Kron. We got to be careful there. Then we're looking at Rey. Alright, let's just get started. We're going to just do SLKR here. We're not going to mess around with Seer Malicos. And I don't have a preset. Okay. Because they're too new and I don't update that stuff enough. Okay, well, let's do this. Alright, I'm moving around later. Dark side. I don't want to take... Okay, health and protection. I should re-roll those. Do I want a Sith Kron? Those are both just too terrible. I think we're just going to do a different dark side Kron. Not turn meter. I'm going to do this. I think this is what I've been doing. I should have done First Order Officer. Alright, we're going to freeze Exile. Hit Kenobi. Alright, we do this, but we're not going to get an assist. Alright. Gonna lose crew. Ooh, you survived that? Good for him. Alright, let's hit Cal because he's vulnerable. Alright, damage immunity triggered there. Oh, I should have done it on. No, this will get Swallow. Alright, damage immunity triggered there. Let's get... You know what? Let's AoE and take out Exile. Let's do it. I'll freeze Cal. I should have done the alt. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, we got to get rid of the inspired stacks. There we go. Let's jump into the alt. She'll blow me up. Only one. Okay. Let's clear a foresight. Okay. Did we trigger the damage immunity on her yet? I hope I did. No, we didn't. Okay. I'm going to AoE and take out Swallow because he won't revive. Oh, God. Forgot about that for a moment, which was dumb. Alright, I'm going to take out Cal. I know I have to take her below 50% health, and I forgot about it in the moment, which was really dumb. Okay. Can I survive a hit? I think I can do this and survive long enough because I need 75%, right? 60. Yeah, okay. No, I need 85%. I'd rather get 2 turns. I should have done it. I can play that better in the future. There was a couple things, a couple choices that were dumb. Okay, the rest of this. Let's just take out the GLs. Do I not have a preset for Afra? Oh, here we go. I need to update it though. I've just been using HK because he's a little more survivable than my other droid options. Okay. Let's take her out. Alright, Merciless Massacre, we'll do the AoE. Okay. Alright, another AoE. I'm just gonna drop a shred. I've tried so many times to try to time the shred to prevent the revive, and it's never happened. Why am I attacking you? I'm just getting distracted. I mean, at this point, I should just take... No, let's get the assist over onto Lando. Where? Boom. I think we can auto from here, right? Yeah, let's just auto. Alright, what do I want to cover today? Oh, you know what? I watched the second Accountant movie. And we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I've got thoughts. Did I mess up anything on the record here? I gotta make a cut. I either messed up the pausing or I messed up a click or something. Alright. What am I doing? I want max health damage. Or offense stacking. Do I want that? Not this. They're going to have a lot of buffs. Starting their turn. I'm going to go offense this time. Usually I go max health damage. Alright, I need to pay attention for a moment. Oh, no tank. Interesting. We're gonna hit Cat, but I wonder if I should go elsewhere. I should have gone elsewhere. That was dumb. I should have factored in the fact that he's gonna throw damage immunity over there. That was dumb. I just got distracted that there was no tank. This doesn't happen. Does this do ability block? Alright. Potency up, expose. Can't be evaded. Purge. I'm gonna go protection up. Oh, let's hit the fear. No, we can't take... Can we not get rid of the fear from her? That AoE should have done it. Because I don't want them to hit the alt and take out somebody who matters. That's how it got messed up last time. Okay. I should go after Cat, but Snips is vulnerable. Oh, perfect. She hit the right target. Oh, well, they didn't have... He didn't get to the ultimate yet, so we're fine. Oh, okay, we got another death mark. Okay, we're good. Okay. Why am I... oh, because the death mark. Okay. I have to attack you. Can I please... Can I dispel? No! Alright, we're good. I'm going to auto. Yeah, so the second accountant movie, and I think I am going to do light spoilers. We're not going to get too much into the story, but more in the components of the ending. Because ultimately, the second accountant movie, some things work because Affleck and Bernthal are good and are enjoyable to watch. But the movie is relying on a twist mechanic, which is just kind of lazy writing to me. It's kind of uninteresting. The first movie I felt was smarter than to just rely on those kinds of plot gimmicks. And it made it feel a little bit more fresh, where this one feels stale. Where it's just like a character... There's like a small mystery, and the small mystery turns out to be related to the one character who is added to the story, which is not really a surprise or very interesting. So that... I kind of want to talk more about it. I'm just going to completely spoil it. Alright. I only want to drop one battle today, so we're just going to use a strong... Oh, you know what? We don't need to use a super strong counter. Like, we don't need to use Malicos. Let's just use a standard Star Killer team to clean up. Plus, we have that Pelpkron. So we can see this in action. And that still leaves me Sirjunda and Malicos. What if we go for Ray? Because he's just going to revive. Let's just do it. Oh, we're not going to be able to take her out yet. Can we stun? Good. Yeah, let's do defense penetration up. Let's just do our... Oh, we can attack Swallow again. Let's do that now. Okay. There we go. We didn't learn anything there. You know what I want to do? Let's go back up top. Because there's only one team left here, and I actually did want to try something out up against this. Which is Lord Vader and the Dark Side clones. Okay. Alright, Apo, CX2, Disguised, and Scorch. Now, Well, I don't know how interesting this is going to be, because the thing is, this is just going to win. It would win regardless. Should I give them a different challenge? No, let's just do it. No, we're not putting out a Kron. So we do have the Ami on Scorch. I don't think it's going to do much at this stage, but maybe we'll see it. The rework, though, because one of the things you see here is they started the battle with 2 dots. The locked ones are the ones from Scorch, right? Or from the... No, the unlocked ones are from Scorch, and the locked ones are... No, the locked ones are from Scorch, the unlocked ones are from Lord Vader, and now he's going to do this, and he's going to have 8 dots, which means we can now, with Apo, put on Order 66 onto anybody we want to give it, and you know what? He's going to taunt in a second. Or so could Cara Dune. But you know what? We're going to put it on Sana. So she has Order 66, which I don't even remember what it does. Buff immunity and can't be Oh, we should have put it on Cara Dune. Next one goes on Cara Dune if it lasts that long. We're going to lose some bodies pretty soon. Okay, there goes Scorch. There goes you. Alright, 6-2's gone now. We can't lose Apo. Alright, ultimate. Ability blocks. Yeah, I should put Order 66 on a tank. Now with the buff immunity, we'll do the special. Alright, dots. AoEs took out all the Nightfall troopers. Alright. Ultimate again. And this will take out the rest. Yeah, other than like being an effective distraction, nothing really changed. Like, we would have won this regardless. And had we brought in like real Empire units, we would have won it cleanly. It's still interesting to try. We did learn things from it. Like, next time, Order 66 is just going on a tank. We won't mess around with it. Alright, I'm just following a plan. I wrote out a rough plan earlier today. And I'm expecting on the back wall Great Mother, Kelleran, and Finn. Alright. We got Mercs. We got this. Yeah, I think I can talk through this one. So, Accountant 2, we're now going to go into deeper spoilers. So there is an introduced character in the movie who is like this super killer assassin. And she ends up starting the precipitating events where a character in the previous movie, he shows up again and encounters this character, and they want to investigate what has gone on. That pulls in Ben Affleck, how did he get involved? Oh yeah, the FBI, not the FBI agent, the Treasury agent from the first movie as well. She shows up, she brings in Ben Affleck, who brings in John Bernthal. So just all the characters come together in just an organic but uninteresting way. It just kind of happens in a very clean, quick fashion. All right, we need to do some playing. And then it's just kind of figuring out from the steps who's involved with who and where are people and what is going on. And then what is ultimately unveiled is one of the people being investigated turns out to be this assassin that they were following on the tertiary the whole time. So it's just kind of relying on this gimmick reveal. And it's just like, there's nothing compelling about the story. Whereas the first one, it's just you are learning about this character that Ben Affleck plays. And it is a character study where you just, okay, you're in the story, you're in it, you're learning who this person is, what their motivations are, what their rules and morality, how that functions. You're kind of seeing the way that he lives because it's unique and quirky. So everything is really just riding and dying on the performances and how well the story is developing these characters. That stuff is good. And this movie just forgoes all character development in favor of an uninteresting mystery. Which, that's nothing. Is this going to take a second? Alright, you know what? Okay, we got healing immunity. We're going to get a bunch of shreds. Alright, they'll get it eventually. I wish I had the armor. Oh my god, if this messes me up, I feel like taking over. Alright, shred. You didn't get a second. Well, I guess the high tenacity. Okay, we got a healing immunity, which is going to be dispelled now. Oh, you know what? The daze, though, from Bo is going to be nice. Let's do that. That's kind of awesome. Okay. We get through. I guess it comes down to that whole plot versus story difference that I talk about sometimes. If you're going to be focused on plot, your plot better be really compelling. Otherwise, you need to have a good story, and the difference being, like, plot is what is happening. The story is why it's happening. Like, what is it about? Not what is going on. And the accountant was, why is this happening? What is it about? And accountant 2 is what happened. So not recommended. 4 out of 10. It's you can watch it. It's fine. It's just not very good. What am I doing here? This is why I don't stream. Because my ability to talk and play is just, it's like non-existent. Alright. Do I have what my Mando situation? These need to be all Dark Side and Empire, right? Can I undersize this? Why do I think this is going to win? Do I have a reason to believe in this? So I can throw in an Empire character. Which Empire? I'm just throwing him in his head body. Are any of you guys mercs? One of you, okay. Yeah, let's take it. I should have checked the level 3 ability. No, I shouldn't have. I should have grabbed a Dark Side Crown. Ooh, that was nice. He can't be revived. Okay, let's go basics. Days. Awesome. Oh, jeez. I haven't done this yet. Or I have in like other game modes. I just took them to relics, and he's been with Lord Vader, so I've gone up against it in defense, obviously. I just haven't used it on offense because he's just been spoken for. What am I doing here? Oh, Treya. Okay. Alright, we'll grab a Treya Kron. Another movie I watched last night was Locked. That movie was far better and more interesting. But it's one of the things that there's certain premises in movies that I'll just watch anything and everything, regardless of quality. And those topics are, and we've gone through this before, but I don't know if I've mentioned this one before, and I really should, is Deadly Game. Love a deadly game. I'll watch terrible movies if it's a deadly game. I watched not the good escape room movies. There's a couple that I legit enjoy that are more high budget. There are low budget escape room movies, and I've watched those too, and they are terrible. But I still enjoy them. Who wants to get this? Let's throw it over on you. Alright, everybody's going to get damage immunity. So let's just trigger it if we can. Alright, we're going to basic. He doesn't have pain. Alright, this should take out health. Not quite. Is it still on? I thought it was off. Oh no, it's still on. I just can't see. Alright, T3. Let's trigger it over here. Okay. You're gone. Can we just take you out, or you're going to be immune to this? Let's just take him out. Awesome. Ah, jeez. Just not paying attention. Alright, L3. That'll be what? 3 stacks? Oh, we're already up to 7? Okay. I really want to test this Kron, though. I don't think it's... We haven't done much with it. You can see how slow some of his characters are. For how long that damage immunity lasted. That was ridiculous. Alright, what's on this back wall? Alright, we got Kelleran, Finn, Great Mother. I'm going to do Jocasta here. So let's do Jedi Vanguard, Qui-Gon, Kelleran, Jocasta, Plo, and Barriss? Sure. This next set of crowns we're going to get is totally going to have Jedi Vanguard. I'll be shocked if it doesn't have Jedi Vanguard. Tank revive. No. I want turn meter. Here we go. Alright. Let us hit Anakin, maybe? Alright, knock Anakin out. We'll get some turn meter. And go for cam now. Rifle. Like, we immediately got to the rifle. Awesome. I kind of hit somebody else, because let's do it to Yoda. Awesome. Just nuke him like that. See, look at that damage she's doing. Now, Kelleran lead is not very good. And this does not really prove too much other than you shouldn't use Kelleran lead. And this is something I bring up. I think people have a very false idea of how good Kelleran lead is for two reasons. One, it is very good in territory wars. And two, we had a really good, excellent Datacron that coincided with when everybody took him to relics. So everybody has the mistaken impression that he's good as a leader, and he's not. Qui-Gon is the superior leader. And what Kelleran does to Qui-Gon is you have to take Qui-Gon out twice now. It just buys you even more time. And I didn't even need too much time bought. Okay, what was my plan here? We're gonna do Malgus. Or maybe I want Darth Revan. Let's do Darth Revan. I'm not gonna do Trooper because I want Malak to taunt. That would be better for me. Let's go for it. All right, let's drop the fear. Let's hit the stagger. Drop the doubt. Now the thing with Malak and Malgus is they're immune to health effects. So that doomed isn't going to do a lot. So they can absorb the damage. Oh, no! No, the death mark. The whole point of this was death mark. Otherwise, we could have done Malgus lead. Oh, really, at this point, I can auto. Alright, let's auto. Where was I? Okay, so gimmicks or premises, not gimmicks, premises and movies that I like. Deadly games. Like this is, you know, this is your Squid Games. This is your, there's an upcoming Stephen King movie that I just watched the trailer of that I am anticipating. I think, is it called The Walk or something? It's made over, I think it's his first short story, where you have these group of young guys, they're trying to win some money, and the whole thing they do is they have to walk, and if you fall below a certain pace, then you die. Great. Don't need anything more than that. That is perfect. A+, you got me. Do we have anything we can do here that's fun? Maybe Balin would be, I mean, it's not really fun. You know what? Let's just do Sign of Django for banners. If this beats Sign of Django, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Because they can stun. No, wait, no, they can't stun because he's immune to stun. What am I talking about? That's part of his stuff. But they have all these assists. Ooh, that damage immunity is bad for me. Yeah, they can beat me. They're going to beat me. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have done this. That was dumb. Alright, no more fun. Let's just bring in... Oh, you know what? Let's just go undersize here. It's just a dumb thing for me to do. Let's just grab anything. Let's be... Yeah. Let's be like the OKC Timberwolves game. with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. I think we're just going to auto. All right, let's get back to the nonsense. So we got the Deadly Game. Then there's the zombie movie. Love a zombie movie. That's very similar. I'll watch terrible zombie movies. I don't care. Just watch one called Die Alone. Frank Grillo is in it. Carrie-Anne Moss, some Canadian low-budget movie. And do I need to take over? It apparently looks like I need to take over. You're doing dumb stuff. That movie is actually pretty solid because it does something very smart. It knows you're going to figure out certain twists. So it just makes sure to add enough of them that you can't possibly guess all of the twists. And I think it succeeded at it. Like, I got a couple things. I figured out a couple of the mysteries, not all of them. Well played, Die Alone. Then you've got dystopian. Post-apocalyptic dystopian stuff, I'll watch any of them. I love them. Those, though, I'm a little bit more discerning. Some of them are pretty unwatchable, but I'll still give them a go. That is a great premise for me. Okay, where am I at? And then, and this is relevant to what I want to bring up today, is the one setting or very few localized setting movie. This is your first Saw. The first Saw movie, really into it. Almost all of it is entirely in one room. There is this Ryan Reynolds movie where he is trapped in a I think it's called Trapped. He's in a coffin. He's a contractor in Iraq and he gets kidnapped. And all he has is a cell phone and he needs to call people to get ransom money so he can escape from this coffin. And I think 100% of it is in that coffin. Just enthralling. I was into it the entire time. Great stuff. Looks like the profundity here. There's a Colin Farrell movie where it's almost entirely in a phone booth. That one's kind of dumb. But it's Joel Schumacher, the guy who did the Batman and Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. It's his schlock, but it's good enough. It's kind of dumb, but good enough. There's another movie called Man on the Ledge. That movie's pretty solid. That one I enjoyed. There's a guy, he's on a ledge, it looks like he's going to commit suicide, and there's a mystery involving around him and why he's up there. Very solid movie. Enjoyed it quite thoroughly. Let's just do it, because we can dispel on the target. Then we'll wobble. So I recently watched a Megan Fox movie. What is that called? I can't remember its name. But she wakes up and she's handcuffed to, I think I talked about this in a video. She's handcuffed to her husband. And she doesn't know what's happened or why it's happened. They're in a cabin far away. So there's multiple settings within the cabin, but almost the entire movie takes place in this cabin. That's fairly solid. It has, well, if you can get past one dumb thing. I don't even know if I want to mention it. No, you know what? I'm going to mention it. If you guys don't want to hear it, skip to the end of this battle. It's not going to spoil the movie because it's not that kind of thing, but it might affect your enjoyment of the movie. So she is handcuffed to her husband's corpse for a very long time. And they've done things like, oh, there's nothing to cut his arm off. So she's going to be stuck to it. But what she never does, and you just have to accept that this doesn't occur to her, she could have smashed his hand to get the handcuff off of him. And it never happens. They never address it. They just kind of hope you don't notice. And I noticed, and it was really annoying. But the other movie, and what I really want to talk about, and I watched last night, is this movie Locked. It's got Anthony Hopkins, it got Bill Skarsgård, Stellan Skarsgård of Andor, his son. And the whole movie is this guy is trying to break into cars. He breaks into the wrong one, and now he can't get out. Great concept. And it's not... You can tell they did it on a low budget, but it's not super low budget. There's definitely things in that movie that cost money. So it's a good balance in that. That is great. That movie, like, I wish it was a little more, but I think it's because it almost did some interesting things and it just didn't really push the ideas. And it could have had more going on and it didn't, and that's not necessarily a problem. Everything that was there worked, and I enjoyed. Very solid. The other... What I should have mentioned another gimmick in there. Time loops. I am into any time loop movie. Those are all greats. But, so, I knocked out two of my gimmicks in the past couple weeks. Well, I guess, 2 gimmicks, 3 movies. Alright, let's do... Okay, let's do Negotiator here, because I kind of hate doing the Empire. And I'm not going to spoil Locked. There's not much to spoil. It's really just, it's all the premise. You can watch the trailer, and it's not going to ruin anything for you. Okay. We got that. I also really love a super dry procedural spy movie. And I'm talking like CIA analyst kind of spy stuff, not... And it doesn't even have to be that. It can almost be like even like journalism movies, like your Spotlights or your All the President's Men. Those kind of movies kind of work in the same vein. But like a movie like Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, I love Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. And there's a bunch of super dry British ones like that, like Page 8. That one's excellent. Any Le Carré. I love the drier the better. I watched was it called Night Agent? I think it's called Night Agent. It's got Tom Hiddleston. It's got a few Marvel characters. It's got Elizabeth Debicki in it as well, she was in the Guardians movies. She like has like 2 lines, but she's actually a very strong actor who just... You know what? Let's do this rant. Marvel wasting good actor. No, we did this in the last video. Not doing this again. It also has Dr. House, but I don't believe he played a role in a Marvel movie ever. Alright, let's Empire this up and wrap it up. What do I want? Let's feed everybody turn meter. Do I want... Why did I do finalizer? I was going to do Empire. I was fighting the finalizer, so I had it in my head, and this is again why I don't speak. We'll go for the stun. This was incredibly dumb. Now I have to actually put in effort to win this. Can I just blow him up? If I can just take out his silencer, that's going to be good for me. Alright, so I'll take this stun. Okay. Now if I take out his shuttle, that'll be another solid advantage for me. Alright. Inflict offense down and target lock. But he's got chaff. Let's go with it. Okay. Let's do the big attack here. Okay. Do I want to save that? I'm gonna go for hunted because with the chaff, I'm not gonna. With the chaff, I'm not gonna put target lock on. Let's feed him turn meter. Okay. Let's take him out. No target lock, so we're gonna basic. Ah, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Alright. I missed an opportunity there for a bigger attack. So I'm kind of only half paying attention at this point. Alright. We beat that, but in a way where it shouldn't have been like that. And we could have got more banners, but we lost ships. I mean, this is probably a win. But we dropped a battle we shouldn't have with the sign of Django. Otherwise, everything went fine. We did lose some banners in a couple places. We got our win, but it was a little close. This came down to 14 banners. We both were in a situation where we suffered 2 holds. He cleared the front walls, no problem. Those were all one shot. And we picked up a hold on 2 teams on the back wall, one of them being the Leviathan back here, and the other one being up against a GL, up against Leia. So we at least know my defense was stripping banners, because so was his. And for me to have still won, it means we were making him work for it. Now, this battle here up against Finn, where we were just goofing around with Sign of Django, shouldn't have done that. We'll play it more safe in our next match to round out this week. But we wrap it up there. Conquest is essentially done. So we're going to be shifting on towards some new things and putting out some other content. Thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.